It's in the game.
Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. If I got to bring it to you cowards, then it's gonna be quick. Alright, all your men have been to jail before. Whoa. And all the motherfuckers you run with, get done with, dumb quick. You gon' approach the dog with some bump. Aight, they go to click. Now I'm 1-1. All over some dump. Ain't that something? It's the mommy of clubs. Every time you come around, it's like, I just gotta get my. And I don't know who the you think you talking to, but I'm not him, aight, Slim? So watch what you do, or you gon' find yourself next to someone else. And we all thought you loved yourself, but that couldn't have been the issue. Or maybe they just saying that now cause they miss you. Try to diss you, that's why you laying on your back, looking at the roof of the church. Preacher telling the truth and it hurts. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. Off the chain, I leave soft in the brain. Still want the fame, off the name. First of all, you ain't rap long enough to be with me. You ain't strong enough. So whatever it is you I got you thinking that you Superman, I got the kryptonite. With my the mic, that's characters, not even good actors. What's gonna be the outcome? Let's add up all the factors. You act, you twisted, your girls are you broke, the kid ain't yours, and everybody know. Your own man say you stupid. You be like, so, I love my baby mother, I never let her go. I'm tired of weak whining over that don't belong to them. What's wrong with them? It's up for real, like my mans in them, who get it all with the strength of their hands with them. Man, y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. I bring down rain so heavy it hurts the head. No more talk, put him in the stand. You keep off, that you tryna end up. Cause if I end up fed, I end up. Cause you the soft type. What? Fake up north type. It's like a soft fight. Dog is a dog, blood thicker than water. We done been through the mud and we quicker to slaughter. The bigger the order, the more we run out. When up in there, everybody come out. When the body burn out, sun in the sun out. I'ma keep out. Running his mouth, I'ma flung out. Listen, yo, he's about to be. You know who gon' find you? Some old man fishing. Grandma wishing you the best, but it's hard to digest with the sound of your chest. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. 1, 2, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside, hold up. Yo, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside, hold up. Big baller. Yo, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside, hold up. Yo, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside, hold up. Street people. Meet me outside. Meet me outside.
Texas got y'all bouncing.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shorten it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott, living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow, with a blind who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul, so fly, I can walk in any spot, every be soaking. From a time when was stronger, today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever. Before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming, I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shocked them like real prop. Creep with baddies and sequence dresses with high strung. Fresh off the track.
Welcome to Baltimore's Inner Harbor. 70,000 plus have filled M&T Bank Stadium since 1998. The whole
I've been gone for a little too long. I've been waiting on a drummer to kick off a comeback song. I've been waiting.
When I step up in the place, say yo, I step correct. Got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. I got you all in check.
Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. They motion the tight end over. Third down, here's Williams. And that's going to fall incomplete on the look to his running. Pistol snap to Jackson. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
Brings up second and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing third down to begin this ballgame. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Lamar now from the gun. It's complete. Play made by Bateman. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Ball at the 33 for first down.
First down.
Oh, option play now. He's headed right side. Through the 35, 20, 15. And he is finally sent out of bounds. Not until he gets it all the way down to the red zone. All right, set now, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Complete Derrick Henry. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the...
Touchdown, Baltimore! The Ravens get a perfect start. They've gone up 6. So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Back to the bank in just a moment.
Hey, middle.
Out of the gun, Henry. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Caught quickly on the slant. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Henry. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
At the 45-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson escapes the pocket. He can run it. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. And I know we're still in the first half, but you look at his totals, Brock. It's looking like 100 yards isn't just a faint possibility. It's almost a certainty with how well he's been mixing some dual threat reps into his work here. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. He will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
First down throw for Jackson. And the defender comes away with it. Picked down Play action. Here's Jackson. He stays up. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Jackson getting his guys in the hurry up.
It's a loss of 3. Brings up second and 13. At the 14.
This is Henry on second. Let's call that a solid run there, partner. He got about 6. It's going to be third down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up third and 7.
Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Hits his running back. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker. Fourth down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the first down.
Now, not a traditional spot we see teams going for it, but they only need a few inches. He's keeping it. He's going for it. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
One thing you cannot say, Kate, about this offense is they're not bold. That was a bold decision, one they trusted the big guys up front, and they moved the sticks.
And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Flying down the middle with Henry. And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8. Changing it up here, Jackson. So this one on the defense.
Pass interference. Defense.
And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give them that first down. So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's first and 10.
Go. Get up. To what? All right.
They'll run here following the penalty. And there's the stop, but he's got 9 yards on first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They go play fake with Jackson. And he finds him in the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. To the air, third and long. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to...
No, we changed it.
Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Fights off the pressure. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5. From the 39. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now, it looks like one of the Ravens is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. Ball on the 45, first and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to be drugged out. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
All right, all set up now. First and 10. And that's incomplete. We've got a flag down, and there was contact, but is this going to go against the offense? So they had the incompletion, but the defense decides they'd rather take the penalty and the yards and play that down again. So backed up a bit following the penalty. It's first and 20. Jackson keeping it himself. And keeping the zone read costs him. He takes a hit, loses some yards too. They really need some chunk yardage here on second down.
Back at the 31-yard line.
Lamar off to play fake. On the move, headed right. He calls his own number again. That one hits the ground, incomplete, but a flag also hit the ground. Let's sort this out. Offense tagged for the penalty there as they walk off the distance. Second down out the window. They're backed up here for third down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Here's Jackson to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
One of the big lessons you learn transitioning from college to the NFL is you can't get it all back at once, offensively or defensively. But this is the right way to go about it now defensively. You got to get a sack. You got to get something going to stem this momentum, and that might just be the sack they needed.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. On fourth now, on comes Tyler Luke, going to try this field goal for the Ravens. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash.